top 15 of either WBC or WBA, correct?
That should be correct, yes, sir. We're not, like I said, we're not looking at anybody in particular right now. I'm still kind of focused on my rehab for the next 4 to 6 weeks. That's pretty much what's on my mind. But from there, eventually we'll start seeing what manifests through our team, Al Haney.
I have a follow-up for Errol. Before your fight with Peterson, I guess, was put together, there was a lot of conversation, a lot of discussion that you got offered a promotion contract by Golden Boy, perhaps an opportunity to fight with Del Cotto on what he says will be his final fight coming up in December. Can you just give your side of that? Was that offer made? What were your thoughts about it, and what was the reason why you would like to make the decision that you did?
Yes, the offer was made from Golden Boy. I mean, everybody been trying to get me, every promoter, you name it, been trying to get me since I turned pro. And, I just declined it. I don't want a promoter right now. I feel like I'm going to start my own promotion company probably later next year and do my own thing. I'm already fighting on the network. I'm already main event. I'm already getting great money, so I don't see what a promoter can offer me.
Errol, you have a history of beating guys worse than other guys that beat them. Mark Peterson was knocked out, I guess, in the third round by Matisse, went the distance with Danny Garcia, the fight some people thought he won, and you lost, to Tim Bradley. Your thoughts on how you hope to look against him?
I want to look a lot sharper than the Cowboy fight. Lamont, he's a tricky fighter. He's been around the block, so he's tricky. He does a lot of cagey, veteran things, and I'm looking to get a lot of experience in that fight. I'm still a young fighter. I'm still young in my career. This is only my 5th year, so I'm just looking to get a lot of experience in that fight. I don't know if I'm gonna stop him early. I don't know if I'm gonna stop him late, but we're gonna train for 12-ball rounds. I know Lamont always comes in shape. He always comes ready to fight.
What are your thoughts right now, sitting, in such close proximity with Keith, in front of us, knowing that this fight could be the fight that he was saying, potentially a Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns type of fight, in this era, and you, Keith, could you answer the question also?
I mean, my thoughts been what it's been since I was 15-0 when I said, I fight Keith Thurman, anybody in the top 5. I mean, like he said, he got to wait and get ready, and you got to go through rehab. But I'm ready when he is, and I'm always ready. So it don't matter if it's the first quarter or it's second quarter or if it's next year. I'm gonna be ready. I'm always ready to fight the best. I have a goal, I have a dream to be the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. I'm not gonna let anybody stop me from that path. So, this is the fight that I've been wanting with Keith Thurman for the longest. So I mean, he's been making excuses, said that, I haven't proven myself, I ain't win the world title, said he's gonna bust my bubble. So I mean, I'm waiting to find out what he's gonna do.
I have a question for everybody on the dais, starting with Keith and Errol.
Hold up, my man. Hold up. I'm supposed to retort. My head's always on the side. I look forward to the fight. I look forward to great competition, and Errol is that. He's great competition. My motto stayed the same. I got to I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, because when I train and when I fight, I give it my best. And even if you start getting at me, it just makes me dig. A lot of people don't understand what it's like to live the life of a fighter. But I'm that true warrior, I remember when I was coming up and Max Kellerman, I believe it was, some TV guy asked me backstage, what's going to happen the day that you get hit? And I looked at him like, you ain't never seen me get hit. I was sparring world champions when I was 14, 15, 16 years old. I always say, I used to get my ass whooped, so now I have the right to whoop ass, It was a long road to be where I am today, to have the knowledge that I have about the sport of boxing. I'm definitely a student of the game. Errol, too, he's a student of the game. Tremendous fighter. I'm a tremendous fighter. And great competition. Real great competition. I tell people this every once in a while, man. There's nothing more satisfying in life, including sex, all right? There ain't nothing, all right? I'm just a real one, okay? There ain't nothing more satisfying than a good, motherfucking fight. There's a level of adrenaline that your body produces. Natural hormonal matrix instincts, right? Like, it's just different, man. It's just different. I like the blood flowing. I like the pump. I like being in danger. I like the threat. I like being in danger. And a lot of fighters don't put me in danger. A few fighters have put me in danger. And I know he's going to be training really hard trying to put me in danger, you know. But I live for that. And I want to rise to the occasion and show them what the truth really looks like. So at the end of the day, man, this is a fight that you guys have been talking about. You won't stop talking about, and you should keep talking about it, because when it manifests, when it goes down, it will be one of the best fights of this federation. As long as he stays at the top, does his job, I stay at the top and do my job, but I don't really see nobody stopping me.
Hey Keith, question for everybody on the day, starting with Keith and Errol. What are your feelings about the issue of athletes standing for the national anthem?
I just got back into America, so I'm going to be real simple and say no comment.
I mean, I don't see it as a disrespect to the soldiers. You know, it's more of a, you know, standing up for the rights. I mean, you know, he's basically doing that because, you know, you have young, you know, black men, minority men getting gunned down and, you know, and killed in the streets. You know, and it's no justice for it. So that's why, you know, Kaepernick did what he did. I think it's, you know, it's all getting blown out of proportion. You know, everybody's having different views on things, but when you get down to the root of it, you know, can you say, is he lying? I mean, you look at the stats and look at statistics of what's going on in America. I mean, it's true what he's saying. So, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it at all. I mean, he's not disrespecting the soldiers. I mean, he even said it, you know, he respects the soldiers. I respect the soldiers. I respect them for defending this country. So, I mean, I'm with it.
Lou? Hey Keith, let me ask you, after you got your
Wait.
Hold on.
I think the reason that soldiers go to war is so that people have the right to free speech and free expression, and I know veterans who have said that they went to war and fought so that people could kneel and make a statement, and I have no issue with it. I think it's someone's conscience that dictates that, and their freedom of expression.
Will you support it?
Yeah.
And Stephen?
Well, on that issue, I think there are two disappointing aspects, in my opinion. One is that we're no longer having a conversation about it. We have become so divided on this issue that it's now about military and who's patriotic, and that never was what Colin Kaepernick set out to do. So we're not even engaging in a conversation between two groups with different opinions. One group is talking about inequalities and social justice. Another group is talking about whether, playing the national anthem and what's appropriate for as a sign of respect before it. So the conversation is not there. And I think the second disappointing part is part of the reason why the conversation isn't there, is that we have a president who, instead of unifying, as leaders are supposed to do, he has chosen to prey upon this and really deepen the divide and pander to certain base instincts. So it's candidly where the issue is right now is rather depressing, because I don't see progress being made. It's just getting worse.
Thomas, one last thing. I also think that the guy that did 3 terms, tours of duty in Afghanistan on the Pittsburgh Steelers, who elected to come out and stand, had a right to do that too, and shouldn't have been shamed for doing that either. So, I have my own opinion, but I think this is all about being what America's supposed to be is freedom. It's what people go to war for. It's what they fight for, and equality. And I think I agree with Stephen that the terms of engagement have to change in terms of discussion and communication, and that probably starts with the problems we have with the guy leaving the country. So that's it. The end of politics.
Good stuff. Hey, Keith Thurman, after you have your welcome back fight, you kind of alluded to it, but what would you say would be the biggest fight for you at the welterweight division? You know, when you're ready, you feel 100%, and who do you feel will be like your toughest competition, your Sugar Ray Leonard, your Hagler type of opponent? Well, one thing that I was very excited about, roughly somewhere about maybe 2 years ago, or maybe even a year ago, was the undefeated champions at welterweight. You know, Kell Brook got beat by Triple G. That messed up everything. He was still undefeated at welterweight. I kept saying that until Errol really put that L in his backpack for him. So now he walks around with that. We had Danny Garcia as an undefeated welterweight. I handled that. So we're running out of undefeated welterweights. There's great competition, hands down, in the welterweight division. But, you know, like I said, ain't nobody thinking about that Jeff Horn boy, you know. But EJ and myself, you know, to me, we're the only real dogs left. So when we get in, when we get in the ring together, you know, it should be elevated, and the stakes that are on the line, what it means for the welterweight division. You know, real talk, everybody knows there's no Floyd Mayweather. Real talk, everybody knows there's no Manny Pacquiao. Real talk, everybody thinks they know who the real champion is. But real talk is, the king of the welterweight division will manifest within 1 to 2 years. That's real talk. And it happens by unifying these belts, which is not a crazy leap. You know, it's not something that we cannot achieve. It's tangible. You can reach out and grab it. You know, we can make these fights happen. So for me, I'm excited to be at the top. This is my dream. I remember when I was young, we used to be on before Facebook was MySpace, right? Remember that, right? It was MySpace. I'm old enough to act like we got to go back in time and remember things now. But MySpace, I put up on my little headliner. At first, I had some dirty stuff that I had to take down, but I had to do something that Mama could appreciate. So I put "Living a Dream." I remember living a dream, because my life was boxing, and boxing is my dream, and I get to live it, and now I'm champion. But I wanted 1 belt. I want 2 belts. I want 3 belts. I want to be the best welterweight in the welterweight division. The welterweight division has immense history, tremendous history, and I'm just doing my best to be a part of that history.
Real talk, Stephen, please. And I guess Lou or even Keith can chime in if he wants. Sorry, I actually really like the phrase real talk. There wasn't satire at all. But real talk, though, it felt like it was a great opportunity after Errol beat Kell Brook overseas, because obviously England's crazier about boxing than America is, unfortunately, but hashtag real talk. To give this welterweight division, which is deep, and as Keith mentioned at the top, we really don't know who number 1 is right now, and it's not Horn or Pacquiao for sure. To give this division sort of the prestige it deserves, to find out who's number 1, to make Errol and Keith global figures. Keith is hurt, and for whatever reason, Errol was inactive thereafter. What's the plan to regain that momentum, or to elevate the division to where it should be, where you have guys now? I mean, it's great for Keith to say that in 1 or 2 years we'll find out who the king is, and that may or may not be accurate, but that's definitely not a great tagline for a fight. Find out in 1 or 2 years who's going to be the king. So, you know, how do you get back to that place where you have that huge crowd in Sheffield cheering for Errol because he beat Kell, and maybe it's not there, but getting that momentum to this division?
Well, you're overlooking one piece of it.
Probably more than that. Go ahead.
And the fact is, what you skipped over was, Keith fighting on CBS before an audience that Keith had well over 5 million people. And Keith can tell you personally, what the impact of that fight has been on his career. So the reality, we might be sitting here instead of Deontay headlining in a couple weeks. You know, if not for the injury, that might have been Keith and Errol. But the good thing is these guys are young guys, and everything in due time. You know, the great thing is people have forgotten about, you know, Danny and Sean. You know, and it's not great that they've forgotten, but it's great that they're still there. And
The idea is that they are there, but people are forgetting. Like he had great finance, he just got injured, and that's that. It's the forgetting. Obviously, the quality's there. I know that. That's sort of the premise of the question.
right, no, and they will get back in. When we set upon this thing, and this started 2 years ago, the idea is this was going to be a run. You know, if Errol ends up fighting Danny Garcia, no one cares if Danny Garcia's got one loss. You know, and I think people are comparing it to, you know, Floyd Mayweather status. It's going to be a while before someone gets Floyd Mayweather status or Manny Pacquiao status. That's once in a generation. But you are looking at the young stars in boxing, and it's up to you guys to remind people of that.